Hi, this is Jennifer Graff with the New Home Experts, and this is your Vegas Confidential. Now, every Thursday, I am going to be rating a floor plan, brand new construction, somewhere in our valley, and give you my honest take. Not the brochure, not the sales pitch, just my honest take on what the home looks like and how it can perform for you over time. So today I am back out at Toll Brothers, the Loughton. I got a lot of requests actually to go ahead and review a floor plan in this particular community. Kind of an interesting community. So we are right here in the heart of Summerlin, really close to downtown Summerlin, really close to Red Rock, and very close to the 215 and Sahara. So excellent location. Today we are going to be reviewing the Liten floor plan. It is just about 1155 square feet, 2-bedroom. And again, we're going to be doing the Vegas Confidential take. So let me go through the rating system with you so you understand what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so here's how this works. I rate every floor plan that we tour on 4 things: layout and flow, how does this home actually live day to day, the location and longevity, where is the community going and will it hold its value, lifestyle fit, who actually belongs in this home, and who honestly should keep looking. And then lastly is value and resale. Is this floor plan worth the money? And what will a future buyer think? 4 categories, 1 rating at the end, 1 number between 1 and 5. Now, if you want to rate it yourself while you watch, download my Vegas Confidential worksheet. The link is in the description below, and follow along and see if you agree with me. Ready? Let's go. Hi, so okay, we're going to get started so you can come on in. Now, one of the things that you might have noticed right away is that this floor plan actually does not have an attached garage. Your garage is actually located at the floor plan next door, which is the Fitzroy. I did ask a couple questions with the sales office, and apparently you can purchase this with a 1 or 2 car bay. There are specific lots where you can purchase the 2 car bay, but something to keep in mind and something we'll obviously talk about is that your garage is not here on the property, it is next door. So another couple things to note is that this floor plan can be built a couple different ways. The model is showing this as a 2-bedroom with 2 full baths. I kind of like that because, again, I think having 2 full bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms is probably the best value for this floor plan. But again, if it doesn't make sense and you want something else upstairs, if you want the loft space and a half bath instead, you can definitely do that. But the floor plan we're looking at today is the model, and it is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You do have some nice space when you walk in. I mean, obviously, we're not even at 1,200 square feet, right? So you're going to lose some space somewhere. So obviously, from the front door, you're not getting much of a foyer space or anything like that. But how could you? It's not a big space. So essentially, your dining would be right here. Or, if you didn't want the dining, you still have a good amount of dining space here at your kitchen counter as far as a breakfast bar. I do like the way this lays out. Considering the amount of square footage that it has, I think it's a nice layout. And I do like the fact that if you are the only one here, for the most part, it lays out like a single story. You have the primary bedroom here on the main floor, which I think makes a lot of sense, especially, again, if you're just using the downstairs portion. Here is your bedroom, and then, Peter, you can go ahead and show them the bathroom. I am assuming that you could do this with 2 sinks. This is essentially large enough to do so. Obviously not a huge closet, but you do have, some closet space in here. These are truly location buys. I asked the sales agent. They have actually 9 under contract. 7 of them are this floor plan here, which is the Liten, and then they have 2 of the smaller Fitzroys under contract. The Fitzroy is actually smaller, and it is an upstairs residence. In addition, they are going to have another floor plan here. I'm blanking on the name, but it is not going to be modeled. It's called the Rafferty, and that one is 1,370 square feet. But keep in mind that can only be done as a 1-car garage, as an attached 1-car garage. So obviously, this is not a large home. Keep in mind pricing You're at about 550,000. So this exact floor plan in the field, they are really kind of speccing all of these out and kind of just moving along pretty quickly. They have homes that would be ready this summer and into the fall. This floor plan, obviously not with the same amount of upgrades, but you are going to be spending top dollar, and that's really based on the location of this home. So let me show you the upstairs. And again, it is going to be done with the additional bedroom upstairs and the bathroom. And one of the highlights, I think, of this particular home is going to be that balcony upstairs. So let's go take a look. Okay, now we are upstairs. This side they did as a bedroom. It's actually a pretty good size. And I do like that it's not a large walk-in, but you do get a little bit of a walk-in closet. I kind of wonder, I don't know, if it was me and I was living up here, I would have almost forwent this space and probably did it as a closet. Obviously, this is not going to be here, so you could perhaps put a wardrobe piece here or something like that if you did need the extra space for clothing and shoes, etc. Obviously, I would need that. And then they have this done as essentially this is considered a 3/4 bath because there is no tub. But for our purposes, we'll just say a full bath because you do have obviously the opportunity to shower in here. So this is just one of the ways this can be done. This can be done obviously as just a 1-bedroom as well. I do feel like though for resale, I think it's nice to actually have the 2 full bedrooms. And then really one of the highlights, I think, of this house, besides location, this is clearly a location buy, is going to be the balcony, and that is over here. They've definitely had a lot of people through because already the carpet's getting worn. But here is really, I think, the best part of this property is going to be being up here on the balcony. So speaking to location again, this is West Charleston right here. You can really even see the Red Rock Mountains. And then, so we're really close to Red Rock National Park. We are really close, as I said earlier, to downtown Summerlin. I mean, this really makes Summerlin walkable. So I think if that's something that you have in mind, and if you really like the idea of that, then this could be a great location for you. And honestly, for the size of the house, this is actually a really nice size balcony. I mean, it goes back all the way over here. So you really have some nice space up here. And then, of course, depending on the time of year, I'm hoping we're coming out of our windy season because obviously here in the springtime, maybe not obviously to you, but it can get really, really windy. It's almost May, so I'm hoping that's behind us. And then from here, well, we just get hot. Okay, a couple things to note is that this will be gated. They will have 102 total homes. They will have a pool, which is obviously very nice. And originally they were going to do a pickleball court. And I think pickleball I hear is pretty loud, so maybe that wasn't the best idea, but apparently there was not enough room to build a pickleball court, so it is now some sort of putting green. Honestly, I don't play pickleball. I don't know, maybe some miniature golf sometimes, but don't think I use a putting green either. So again, you're really considering the fact that you're here in Summerlin West. You're at 89135 zip code, which is really one of the best zip codes really in all of Las Vegas. And you have a fantastic location. Now let's get to the rating. So let's go downstairs and I'll tell you what I think. Okay, so we'll start out with layout and flow. You're only getting here 1155 square feet and you are paying a premium for it. We will talk about price in a moment. I think there's some great things. I do like how the primary lays on the main level. I think that's a nice feature to have. I do love the fact that you have that beautiful balcony upstairs. Some of the downsides, honestly, I think is pretty glaring is the fact that you do not have a garage, that it is not attached to your property, that essentially that is next door. So you kind of have to live with the fact that you're going to be going in and out to get groceries and things like that, and that it isn't going to have that real single family feel because of the fact that your garage is next door. Luckily, though, it is, of course, enclosed and covered parking, but I think that is kind of a downside. And then we're going to walk into location and longevity. This is a location buy. It is very strongly a location buy. When I did ask the sales agent who is buying this product, and obviously they've sold a lot more of this one than the smaller one, which I think has its own set of challenges. This is mostly a out-of-state buyer, a second home buyer. Obviously, it's great if you it is great for lock and leave, because if you are not here all the time, I mean, you don't have a lot of maintenance. And was also mentioned that there's some first-time home buyers as well. Location, I mean, obviously you're here, so I think that's really going to be the highlight of of this community is the location, and that's going to speak to the longevity. Now, lifestyle fit. This is for a very specific type of person. I think for families, this is going to be challenging because just the amount of space here. I think that somebody that is perhaps older, again, obviously it can live like a single story on that main level, but if you have trouble getting up and down the stairs or anticipate you're going to have trouble getting up and down the stairs, there is not an option for an elevator here. So I think, second home buyers, perhaps 55 and over if you're still in good shape. But again, I think it's a little bit limiting for a lot of people as far as a lifestyle fit. And then value in resale. The value is the longevity, is the location. Resale, right now you are going to be paying top dollar for this location. At that $550,000 price, you do have a lot of other options. Okay, so here is my final rating, and yeah, I did struggle with this one a little bit because this is such a purchase that is driven by the location. However, at that $550,000 price point, you are pretty close to getting a lot more square footage for your money. Further out in Grand Park. So you really, really need to be married to this particular spot in order to really make sense of the price, which is, like I said, this floor plan right now that they have available would be in the mid 500s, and that would be a completed house. Your garage is next door. I think that even over time, you are going to have some real objections to how these live, and you're going to have to find a very specific type of buyer. So overall, for the Liten floor plan, I do rate it, honestly, 2 stars. And I think if it had been a little bit less expensive, I think we would be able to bring up that rating. But the price is really based on the location. So for today, my overall rating for the Liten floor plan out here at the Loughton by Toll Brothers is 2 stars. I would love to hear what you guys think, in the comments, how you feel this floor plan rates over time. Too bad that they don't have the other floor plan. I would have loved to have seen the Rafferty, but unfortunately they are not going to be building that as a model, but hopefully at some point we'll be able to see that in the field. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my Vegas Confidential rating today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And as you know, we'll see you next time. Okay, I'm going to start there. Go. And I think we have no winner. As per usual, I think tic-tac-toe. I did win last time, though.